In this video, you will truly feel that time never actually stops but constantly flows. If you're ready, let's move on to the video.
We all know that exact moment in an epic RPG. The main quest marker is glowing on your map. The final boss room is right in front of you. But what do? You freeze. Instead of stepping through that door, you retreat to the safe zone. You spend hours reorganizing your inventory for the 100th time. You check your stats. You read useless lore books. You wander aimlessly around the map, grinding low-level mobs for completely meaningless loot. You convince yourself that you are being productive. You tell yourself, I am preparing, but deep down you know it is a lie. You are hiding. Your character is fully leveled up. Your HP is maxed out. Your build is solid. Yet you cannot bring yourself to cross that threshold. It is exactly the same in real life, isn't it? Starting that massive project, writing the first page of your thesis, getting into shape, or finally building that business you always talk about. You put your life's main quest on hold. Instead, you get lost in the infinite scroll of social media. You watch YouTube videos for hours, or you suddenly decide that your room needs to be aggressively cleaned for the 5th time this week. You are literally going AFK, away from keyboard, in your own existence. You are logged into the server of life, but you are refusing to play. Welcome, everyone. This is Existential Glitch. Today we are diving deep into modern humanity's biggest bug, procrastination. Why do we willingly trap ourselves in the system's endless loading screen? And more importantly, what ancient patches did the Stoic philosophers write thousands of years ago to fix this exact glitch? Society usually labels procrastination as simple laziness. We look at ourselves and say, my code is just buggy. I'm a defective, lazy NPC. We accept this label because it is easy. But laziness is actually a misdiagnosis. Procrastination is a symptom of a much darker condition. It is a state of deep fear and mental paralysis. Why do you hesitate before a boss fight? Because you fear seeing the game over screen. In reality, we delay our most important tasks because we are terrified of failure. We are terrified that our real-life performance won't match the perfect ideal we have in our heads. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi introduces a brilliant concept in his theory of flow. He calls it psychic entropy. Imagine your brain as a computer. When you have 50 different mental tabs open at once, anxieties about your future, regrets from your past, constant notifications, dopamine hits from your phone, you experience internal chaos. This is psychic entropy. Your mental RAM is completely full. Your processor cannot handle the information overload, so it simply crashes and freezes. Fundamentally, there is usually only one true main quest we need to focus on today. But the chaos of the modern world shatters our focus. Within this mental storm, we try to execute our tasks flawlessly. We try hard, but ironically, trying to be perfect leads to paralysis by analysis. Action is supposed to happen out there in the physical world. But our awareness gets trapped inside the simulation of our own minds. That is the endless loading screen. You are overthinking the game instead of playing it. So how do we break the loop? How do we force the game to finally load? The biggest illusion that keeps us trapped in the safe zone is the illusion of the infinite respawn. Because video games have taught us that death is temporary, we subconsciously apply this cheat code to real life. We say things like, I didn't study today, but I have tomorrow, or this year was a write-off. I will start fresh next year. Treating time as an infinite, regenerating resource is the ultimate fuel for procrastination. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Stoics recognized this bug in human psychology, and they coded the most aggressive, powerful antivirus against it. Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. Stoic masters like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius did not meditate on death to become depressed. They used the thought of death as a tactical tool to wake themselves up. Death is the ultimate deadline. It reminds us that our in-game timer is constantly ticking down and we do not know how much time is left on the clock. Procrastination requires a very specific delusion. It requires you to genuinely believe that you have plenty of tomorrows left. When you completely destroy this illusion of infinite time, you are forced to face reality. If you knew with absolute certainty that today was the very last time you would log into the server of this world, would you still delay that important task? Would you still sit around organizing your digital inventory? No, you would rush out and fight the boss. Memento Mori is the ruthless countdown timer of your life. And while that timer is ticking, you do not have the luxury of standing still. Let's address the most common struggle, the spawn point, the brutal difficulty of simply getting out of bed in the morning. We all know the deceptive comfort of the blankets. Just 5 more minutes, we whisper. I will connect to the game in just a little bit. If you struggle with this, do not feel ashamed. Even the most powerful man on the planet, the Emperor of the Roman Empire, suffered from this exact same glitch. Marcus Aurelius, a man who commanded legions and ruled the known world, wrote about his struggle to get out of bed in his private journal, Meditations. When the dawn broke and he wanted to hide under the warmth of his blankets, he would deliver a brutal philosophical reality check to his own mind. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for, to huddle under the blankets and stay warm?" Marcus Aurelius then points to the NPCs of nature. He says, "Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants, the spiders, and the bees going about their individual tasks, putting the world in order as best they can? And you're not willing to do your job as a human being?" His logic is cold and flawless. Every single entity in the universe has a designated code, a purpose. To stay in bed and do nothing is to dishonor your own nature. It is in your human code to work, to create, to face resistance, and to play your main quest. You were not designed to wait in the spawn screen forever. Another sophisticated disguise for procrastination is perfectionism. This is the perfect build myth. We refuse to start the mission until we have unlocked the best items, researched the ultimate strategy, and crafted the most flawless character build. We wait for the perfect moment. We wait for inspiration to strike. But here is the harsh truth of the server. The perfect time, the perfect patch, or the perfect build will never arrive. There are millions of players who look incredibly busy but never actually level up. They're constantly reading tutorials, watching guides, and talking about their plans. They look like they are grinding, but they are just drifting. Marcus Aurelius issues a severe warning against this false productivity. Stop drifting. Sprint towards the finish line. Write off your hopes, and if your well-being matters to you, be your own savior while you still can. Read that again. Be your own savior. There is no admin coming to rescue you. No magical update will be downloaded to fix your life. You have to save yourself. You must abandon the fantasy of a flawless start. Do not be afraid to play the game badly at first. Do not be afraid to take damage or look foolish. The Stoic virtue of industriousness does not mean doing something perfectly from day one. It means taking raw, unpolished action with relentless consistency. To summarize our session today, procrastination is not a break the system graciously gives you to rest. It is a dungeon. It is a psychological prison where your own fears, your psychic entropy, and your foolish illusion of infinite time keep you chained to the wall. It is the endless loading screen of a life unlived. Your inventory will never be perfectly sorted. The conditions will never be 100% ideal. Time is not an infinite loop. Your HP bar is slowly, permanently depleting with every breath you take. So it is time to close those useless mental tabs. Stop the psychic entropy. Throw off the blankets and step away from the spawn point. Stop drifting and sprint towards the finish line. This has been Existential Glitch. If you want to continue fixing the bugs in the human system and hack life with ancient philosophy, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. But for now, close this tab, put your phone down, and return to your own main quest. I will see you on the server.